the start of this year, I had a goal to add on an extra $10,000 to the weddings that we already had booked. I wanted to make more money for each wedding instead of booking more weddings. A thing that a lot of us, I think, run into is that we have a lot of weddings, and in our mind, there's only one way to get more money, and that is to book more weddings or increase the price. But what we don't realize is there's a lot of ways we can add revenue on from those couples throughout our journey with them, through solving more problems with them. And a big mindset that a lot of us have as photographers and videographers in the space is that we feel salesy if we offer them something else along the journey. And we feel icky, and so we just avoid it, and then we miss out. But what you don't realize is that you're letting your client miss out on amazing value by not offering them something. Because if they want the thing that you're offering, then you're not serving them to the best because you're not offering them the upsell or the value added to their package that they would otherwise have. So this year we were doing 31 weddings. We're about 6 left right now. So we've had a good amount of data to really quantify and see what works as an upsell and what doesn't work as an upsell. The 3 ways that I'm going to cover in this video to add an upsell on is at 3 different touch points with your client. So touch point number 1 is kind of obvious, and that is on the actual sales call. On the call with them, after you tell them and show them what package would fit for them best, that's the time where you can go over the upsells that you have available to add on as your package. This can be anything from a second photographer to an album to separate videos you can offer. There's a lot of things that you can offer. There's a lot of creativity. So this is where you will diagnose their problem. You'll ask them questions and you'll listen and see which of these add-ons would really work for them. But obviously, as you're going through a sales call, you want to offer to add on these add-ons, the ones that actually make sense to their wedding day. The second one took us so long to figure out, and honestly, I really wish we had realized this more recently, but we have been doing a month out pre-wedding call, as I'm guessing a lot of you do something similar to this. But what I didn't realize is that it's just another sales call. It's another opportunity for you to diagnose their problem. On this call, you're going to go over their timeline, I'm guessing, and go through their parts of the day. And this is a great time to, number 1, see if the timeline actually fits for the hours that you're offering. If you have a 5-hour package and they're wanting to add on a lot more things, then that's an obvious opportunity for you to add on more hours or upgrade their package. But where that gets even better in this is that you can genuinely just straight up ask, like, hey, are you guys interested still in adding on an album? Are you guys interested in adding on a ceremony film or a speech film or adding on a second photographer, just so you guys get those extra angles? And so this is a great time to just plant the seed and just like ask, especially if it's something that you're able to add on later. For us, we can add on the ceremony or speech film after the wedding. So I love to just ask right now, just so it gets them planted in their head and it's like pre-framed for them to be thinking about. But just by asking this, if you have 20 weddings a year, I guarantee you'll sell more things just by asking and giving them the opportunity, like, hey, do you want to add on something? I know it can feel weird, and I feel weird sometimes too, just making the ask, and it's just kind of scary to do it. But I promise you're going to feel so much better because a lot of people are going to add it on, and people are going to be so much more excited now that they have this thing that they decide to invest in. So it's not salesy, it's not weird, it's a normal thing. They're not going to think anything of it, and they might say, no, we're good, or they might say yes, and then all of a sudden you get to add on more value to their package. The third touch point where you can upsell is the one that I'm genuinely the most excited about. This is the one that has benefited us the most, and it's the one that I spent the most time trying to refine. So the third one is doing an upsell after the wedding. Now, for photographers or videographers, this is going to range drastically on the deliverable that you have. So for us, we do photo and video, so we've tested out different things. So what we do is we put together a package called the Forever Film Collection. And this package is a combination of the films that they didn't get in their package. And we've had varying packages as we've booked these weddings, so it varies. So I have options for each of them. But the biggest one is it comes with the ceremony film, it comes with the speech film, it comes with the vows film, and it also comes with what we call the FOMO film. So this is just, now it's just a combination of all the videos from the wedding day into one nice long film. What's really cool is, so if you're a photographer, then you can swap these out. You can do like all the raw photos, or every single photo just edited, or an album, maybe like an entire gallery edited in black and white. There's so many things for photographers, videographers, not just the 4 that I said, that you guys can add on. It's really fun, and when you think about like something creative that you guys can offer. But what's really important with this one is creating a package deal. So you guys can actually click the link below and download the whole entire sales page template if you guys use Show It. I just made a template of what we've done because it's worked really well. And that way you can plug and play with the items that you guys are going to offer as an upsell on there. That sales page is the main reason why this has worked so well. Through the sales page is just a direct link to Stripe. I wanted it to be a super quick way for them to buy it. I didn't want them to have to email me and then me send like a sales invoice through Honeybook. I just wanted them to be able to buy it immediately. And so that's why there's just a text there for you to put in your code from Stripe or Shopify. Now, one thing that's really important with this is to use the sales stack at the bottom. So as you can see all the options that we put in there, and that's the real value of what it would have costed beforehand. And so this is what's really cool about the package is you're creating this incredible value. Like as you can see on this one, it's like almost $5,000 of value that they get for $1,500 on there. And so that's just really cool to be able to offer that package. And that's where you're creating an offer so good that people would just feel silly not to get. Like obviously they would want that. Like I feel bad when couples don't get it because it's just like, man, I want you guys to have all 4 of these films to keep for the rest of your life. So that's the main thing on that, is having that value stack. The other thing I really recommend doing with this is having it a pretty high touch. So we replace these videos, obviously for us it's the video, for photographers it might be the photos, with the gifts from that actual wedding. So they're actually seeing sneak peeks from their own wedding, and they can see like, oh, that's what our ceremony film would look like. That's what our vows film would look like. So it's really cool for them to be able to see the actual sneak peeks of that. We also add their name on it. And at the top, there's a full video of me talking. Now this video isn't a separate video for each couple. It's the same video, but it's just still nice to have that more high touch experience. Because when you're selling something a little more expensive, like close to $2,000, I really wanted to be more personalized, so they can see and feel like more value through that, especially since we're only going to sending out like 30 of these a year. That's not a ton. So I wanted to make sure that we were using our time the best with these to get the most return on it. So also with this, with the upsell page, there's 3 touch points that I like to send this on. Number 1 is for us, when we send out the email with the song choices in it after the wedding, there's a little PS line we added up to the bottom that's like, hey, if you want to add on your ceremony speeches in these films, just let me know if you're interested. So if they respond to that and they're like, yeah, we're pretty interested, then I'll send the sales page there. So it's just a nice little like soft offer. It's not like the full offer. And then if they don't say anything, then we send a full email right after they get their wedding video. I love to send this the next day after they get their wedding video, just because the excitement's high, but then also there's like that, oh man, like we already got everything. I kind of wish we had a little more from our wedding feeling. The excitement's there. They've been spending a lot of money already, so they're kind of in the flow of it. And this is something I really want couples to have. So you're not being salesy, you're just creating an offer so good. And so those are the touch points. And then also I really recommend adding some sort of urgency. For us, we say this is open for 7 days because it's convenient for us for it to be open for only 7 days because their project's already live on our computers while we're editing their video. But for you, it could be something totally different. And the reason can really be anything as long as you just explain what the reason is. If it's available for 14 days, just explain why it's only available for 14 days, just so the urgency feels real. Because if you just say 7 days, then it doesn't really land with them. It doesn't really matter. And then the other thing is to offer some sort of payment plan through Stripe to make that really easy. And I mentioned that in the email too. Like I mentioned, you guys can use a payment plan through Klarna. I even recommend sometimes like there's the bottom one with no interest, so they can still split up the payment without paying any interest. So it's like a no-brainer. So yeah, so those are the 3 times that you can do an upsell, either when they're booking you on the sales call, their pre-wedding call, or the upsell after the wedding. I'm super excited for you to try these out. If you click the link below, you can download the literal sales page template that I created that we've been using that has made us money. Thank you so much for watching.